Welcome to YOUCANIC. Today on YOUCANIC we have our 2012 Hyundai Sonata. It's a 2.4 motor and a hybrid system. So we have our engine code on. Just a different sound in the way the engine is operating. Nothing major. It takes a little bit more to get up to speed and burning a little bit more fuel out of the back. And so we're going to read the code and see what is causing this issue, hopefully. So we have an OBD2 scanner hooked up. This is the YOUCAN one, and this is a basic scanner that it will just read the ECU on your vehicle. And so we're going to read that ECU. We have it hooked up, hit enter, going to go into diagnostic, going to communicate with the ECU, and then it's communicated. It's saying that we have codes on, which we know, and now we're going to read those codes and see what they are. So we have the intake air temperature sensor and the manifold absolute biometric pressure. So we have two codes here. One is a P0113 and then one is a P0108, the manifold absolute pressure, right? So, or sometimes we call that a map sensor. So we have both of those codes. Can be the same code for both, or the sensor does both things. This car, I haven't seen a mass airflow sensor on it, but it does have the map sensor. So that's going to control by the way that the manifold is, the pressure that's in it or not. It's going to adjust its fuel to air mixture ratio for you. So that's why you'd want to replace this. So we're going to go over the process of replacing that sensor. And so first we'll turn our car down. Because this is a hybrid model, make sure that you remove the key from the vehicle, because this is just a push start. We want to remove that key from the vehicle, have it far enough away from the vehicle that the car cannot start up if anybody jumps in and hits the button. So the map sensor is right here. We've got our throttle body right here, and all of the there's a computer that goes into that, and this communicates with the ECU, then communicates with this to open it or close it, more or less, depending on how much air and fuel mixture you need in your vehicle. So we have one electrical clip down here that you would just press together and then be able to undo it. With that undone, we're just going to move that up out of the way, and to give yourself some more view of it, we'll just go ahead and remove that shield. Then this is the sensor. We've got one size 10 bolt here to remove, and then we can be able to pull that sensor out. So we've removed the bolt. With that bolt removed, now we can remove the sensor. Just move it side to side and then be able to kind of pull up on it. And be able to remove the said sensor, or the map sensor. So we've got our new sensor here, and see it makes readings there. And so we'll go ahead and install it. You make sure with the old one that you removed that the O-ring came out with it, so that you don't have the new O-ring causing issues there. Install, push it in, then be able to tighten that connector or the bolt. Then we'll go ahead and put this connector back on. Okay, it clicks on there. So now we will go delete the code, start it up, make sure it doesn't come on immediately. Okay, so we're in the ready mode. Or we're in the EV mode, ready mode, and our check engine light, we're going to go and delete it. So we're going to erase the codes. And we've noticed that our check engine light has cleared. And now see things are running well. Check it more than once. Everything seems to be working well. And now, of course, you'll just go ahead, drive it down the road, do your normal routines, and check that and make sure that your check engine light doesn't come on in the next few days. And then if it does, then you'll check again and you'll see if there's something else to work on, another sensor, or if with that sensor, if the sensor is reading, you might have a leak in the system, being that the air pressure is not to what it needs to be. So you'd have a leak in the intake system is what you'd be looking for to diagnose on that. And so that's how you would check and go ahead and change your map sensor, and to start with, on your 2012 Hyundai Sonata. Thanks for watching YOUCANIC, where you can be the mechanic.